Welcome to the Fox 17 Rock and Review on our YouTube channel and on the web. I've got my buddy Jesse Kinch hanging out with me today. Man, I appreciate you coming in.
Of course.
You know, all the way from New York, and you know, it's just an incredible story with you. You won Rising Star in 2014, and you actually used this guitar.
I did. I used this guitar, my opening performance, which was I Put a Spell on You. I used it on Whipping Post, Love Rain on Me, Billie Jean. This has been with me through the whole experience.
It's a great guitar, and you and I were talking to where, you know, this Martin, you actually picked up, and we can see it on camera there. It's like, what a beautiful instrument. And it's a GPC model in rosewood, and you bought this back home in New York at Sam Mash, I think.
Yes.
And you're using this to write your new songs on also.
Absolutely.
And so you're going to have a brand new album coming out this spring that we can look for.
Late spring.
Yeah. Laying down tracks. Now the title is a secret.
The title is a secret, but you will find out. I promise it'll be something really, really very strange.
Now let me ask this too, because I know a lot of viewers, you know, it's like people love seeing you, man, and your performances are riveting to where you're very comfortable on camera and doing your performance.
Yeah.
And I think a lot of that comes in from talking with your dad. You know, you had perfect pitch at 6 and started tuning guitars. You know, you were playing gigs at like 7 or 8 with backing bands already.
Yes.
That's kind of crazy.
It was crazy, you know. I mean, obviously I started, you know, I picked up a guitar at 6, and obviously I was fortunate enough to have parents who introduced me to a lot of classic music,
yeah.
You know, 60s, 70s rock, all the way through like 90s rock, and there was such a diversity around the house listening to so many different kinds of music, even stuff like, you know, Sarah Brightman, stuff like that.
Right.
Yeah, there was so much music around the house, but you know, they gave me the opportunity to perform at, you know, 8 years old in little clubs, and by the time I was 11, I had a band. I was singing, and I was really, you know, striving towards mastering my craft.
Right. And I think that comes across too, you know, like with me watching your videos and seeing your performances and everything, to where you come across as confident in your ability, but not, you know, not ego, you know what I mean?
Confidently humble, I think.
Yes, I think so too. But also, you know, I like the warmth of your voice, like I was talking about, and obviously very proficient. You know, we were jamming out before we were even rolling, to where you were playing Jimi Hendrix and stuff earlier, to where, you know, you spend a lot of time at the craft, and like you said, you know, your dad started out teaching you guitar. You know, showing you some of the basic.
You know, when I first picked up a guitar, my dad showed me a few chords, and I think he saw that I had a knack for it. And so, but you know, a lot of it was self-taught. I think a lot of it was from me listening. A lot of me listening to music, listening to records. You know, the more I learned, the more I could just listen to a song and say, "Oh, this is just like that other song. Now I know how to play this one."
Right.
You know.
Well, now also I want to bring it up to for our viewers. What website and everything can people go to stay with the album release and with your gigs and tours? And
I have to say the best website to go to is facebook.com/Jesse Kinch Rocks.
Okay.
Yes.
Very cool, because you're going to have all the releases and everything up there.
Yes.
And you're on with Buddy Lee Attractions now.
Buddy Lee Attractions
here in Nashville, which incredible group, a lot of a good roster to be on.
You know, it's an incredible roster to be on, and what I love most about Buddy Lee is that, you know, they don't have a very corporate way about them. They're very, very warm, you know, really truly nice people, and it's a pleasure to be with them and doing my first show here in Nashville with them.
Well, yeah, and also it doesn't hurt that, you know, they've already taken you around to where you've gotten some hot chicken, so you've got the flavors of Nashville.
I didn't think you were going to say Ian at the end.
You know, well, you know, since, you know, we've got your parents in studio too, it's like, I'm careful right now.
You gotta be careful.
Next time you come in, you know, we'll talk more candidly. But now also, you've got a huge vinyl collection.
I do.
What's up with this?
I'm a huge vinyl enthusiast. When I was 15, I bought a record player from some money I made from doing a musical, and my dad passed on his record collection to me. And I was like 12, 13, 14. I was a real hard rock head. You know, I knew a lot of 60s rock, like Jimi Hendrix and the Beatles.
Yeah.
But when I got my vinyl collection, I was starting to get into the real obscure stuff from the 60s.
Wow.
Stuff that was not necessarily obscure to an older generation, but to my generation. Stuff like, you know, the Byrds and the Jefferson Airplane, and I don't know, even stuff like Judy Collins, you know, Send in the Clowns. Or
well, and
like
we were talking about your Byrds cover with the Rickenbacker 12-string too, which, you know, it's obviously Roger enjoyed your rendition.
Oh yeah.
That's kind of nice.
Yeah, I recorded a version when I was about 15, 16. And I don't know how it got into Roger's hands, but he somehow found out about it. And he wrote me an email about it, and
That's amazing.
Yeah, it was incredible.
Well, I can't wait to hear the new tracks and everything. I think your cover material, what you choose, definitely fits you. And I'm looking forward to, and I'm sure the audience is too, to hear the new music that you bring out.
Yeah, I'm so excited about releasing original music, because I feel like on a show like Rising Star, you're portrayed as you're a singer and you're singing these cover songs, these great classic songs. But now it's time to do something original.
Right.
There's original material. Show what you have to offer as an artist. What's
Right.
coming from your soul. I think that's going to be the next step in portraying myself to people.
And I think it makes sense, and especially, talking with your mom earlier, to where, you're like a jet setter now, man. It's like you're bouncing between Nashville, New York, LA. It's like wherever you need to go to record and make the music.
I've never traveled so much in my life.
Jesse, I got a feeling it's just beginning.
It's just beginning.
Yeah.
Just beginning.
So we'll definitely have to follow you on Facebook and see where the tour is going to take you, and when the album comes out and everything this spring. Yes. And I am seeing great things on the horizon.
Oh, yeah.
So you have to come back on.
I sure will.
Be sure and check out Jesse Kinch, and thanks for watching the Fox 17 Rockin' Review.